Alright, Poke fans, so I actually decided to do the video on why you should pick your team and which team you should pick for Pokemon Go. Let me start out with, if you haven't seen the last video I posted about my initial thoughts of Pokemon Go, I talked about this a little bit, and I told you that I picked Team Instinct. And there's a reason I picked it, but I will get to that, and that's the point of this video, to tell you why I chose my team and what criteria you should look at when you're choosing your team if you haven't already. Alright, so one of the big things about Pokemon Go is the colors of the trainers. There's yellow, blue, red, mostly based off of the first 3 games, which I'm playing one of them right now. I just happen to be playing yellow. I didn't pick my team because of Pokemon Yellow. That's not what I did. So just putting that out there. But a lot of people look at the color and they're like, oh, my favorite color is red, so I'm going to be Team Valor. Well, that's a decent reason. It's not really the reason I think you should choose it, and that's not the reason why I chose it. Also, they associate the color with the typing, so for instance, red is fire, yellow would be electric, and blue would be ice or water, depending on which way you go with that. Alright, so I'm going to go to the second topic, which is the legendary behind the teams. Now, a lot of people looked at the legendaries, and I don't know what they're going to do with this yet. I'm not certain if they're gonna have a special thing. If you're in this team, you get this legendary, you can actually catch it, which would be totally awesome, I think, but still, I don't think that's the reason you should pick your team. I mean, they're like, oh, my favorite is Zapdos, so I picked Team Instinct. No, I didn't do that. Zapdos is not my favorite. Zapdos is my least favorite of the 3 of those. I really like Articuno. I really liked Zapdos when I was a kid, but I like Articuno now, only because it has probably the best moveset of the 3 of them, and the typing is pretty good. And oh my gosh, our Perturb is evolving! Yeah, I'm playing Pokemon Yellow. I'm trying to beat Brock, and trying to win with a Butterfree, so yeah, have fun with that. Again, the typing goes with the legendary as well, because of legendary goes with the typing as well, because they're all type. Zapdos is electric, Moltres is fire, Articuno is ice. So people associate it that way too. I don't know why I'm doing this. So that's a reason. Another reason, which is really shallow, is based on the trainer appearance and which one you like the best. I actually liked Valor's character. They're all pretty good. I like Valor's probably the best. So, shock I didn't go with it, but yeah, the people pick it off that. And now I'm gonna start getting into reasons why I chose my team. Okay, so again, I chose Instinct, which is yellow, or Zapdos, whichever way you look at it. So one of the reasons I chose my team is because of the gyms that were nearby my house. And I don't live in a very big area, there's not much around, there's a few Pokestops and a gym. And the gym just happened to be red at the time. And I was thinking I wanted to be red. I really thought about being red, mostly because I liked red. And definitely, no offense to Team Blue out there, but red was my second choice if yellow didn't exist. So, yeah. And there's just a red gym nearby, and there's 2 ways you can look at this. The first is you can look at it if you want to become a gym really fast. If you want to be a part of a gym really fast, you can just, once you get level 5, you can go battle the gym, train against the other people in the gym, and get another spot so you can put a Pokemon in there and get that bonus. So there's that way, and there's also the other way, which is you want to take over a gym, and that's what I really focused on. I mean, I wanted to be red, but I didn't want to have a gym that close to me, and most of the gyms in the area a little bit farther out also were red, so I didn't want just to have red around me. And the last point I'm going to get into, the 5th point, is the purpose of the team, which is the main reason why I chose my team. If you look at it, they have a little dialogue, each one of them does, and Team Instinct, which talks about focusing on going with your gut and going with your instincts. Whatever you feel is what you do. And I felt that was kind of like how I play Pokemon. Just like, not going for strength necessarily, but I want, my instinct is Brock's gonna kick my butt unless I get Butterfree to do some stat moves that can cause Pokemon to sleep, and then it can take it out with confusion. So that's what I'm training for right now. I just love the name Murfreto. It's just Butterfree backwards, so if that confused you. Or you're asking why do you name it something that dumb? It's Butterfree backwards. Thank you for a YouTuber who, his name's just Munching Orange. Yeah, he showed me that when he did Yegg Dip on his Pidgey. Yeah, so it'd be YEGDIP, Yegg Dip. Yeah, my Pidgey also has a backward name, but it's for Pidgeotto, so it's really weird. I think it's Togadip or something like that. Anyways, back to team purposes. So Instinct is based on Instinct. Mystic, or the blue team, they are based on Evolution, and there was no way after. No, while Evolution is basically the reason why you have Pokemon, you gotta catch them all, and part of catching them all is evolving your own Pokemon, so that way you have gotten all the ones in that line. But for Pokemon Go, before I got the game, actually, I read a lot up on Pokemon Go and what not to do in the game, and one of the things they told me not to do was evolve your Pokemon. And the reason this is you can pretty much catch every Pokemon you want that's going to be in the game, and you don't have to evolve, you don't have to waste your candies on it, you have to waste your elixir to power it up. All you got to do is catch a higher level one, and then you can train that one up, so it's a vicious cycle of that. So I didn't want to focus on that for mine, and so I didn't choose blue. Sorry, I just don't agree with your purpose, and that's why I'm not in your team. Now, Valor is a fun one, and it really took me a while to choose between red and yellow, mostly because of the gym thing I mentioned earlier, choosing if I want to have a gym nearby me or if I want to start from scratch, and I decided, I don't care either way, so that's really not a big thing, but it played a part in my decision. So let me get back to the team purpose. For Valor, their team purpose is strength and will. They believe that training your Pokemon and power will always prevail over strategy, basically. And so it's basically, I'm strong, the strong guy's gonna win. Which, I didn't really agree with that either. I mean, when I was a kid, if this came out when I was a kid, I'd be Team Red, hands down. Hands down. But since I've recently got back into playing Pokemon, and I've actually studied it, and I've actually read up on it, and I've actually understand how the game is meant to be played, I learned that strategy is a major part of Pokemon, and it's taking kind of a backseat as a kid because you just want, ooh, I'm gonna catch this Pokemon, ooh, I really like this Pokemon, I'm gonna choose it this way. But no, I actually spend a good couple hours choosing which Pokemon I want on my team. I look at what types I want, what the region's like, what I will need to get through, what the HMs are, so I can teach what Pokemon can learn them, so I get through it. Then I don't really want an HM slave. So I really thought about that. thinking about that, and that's one of the things. If you look at my Pokemon Y video on my team, I really put a lot of time and effort into making that team. And as I said, with how my team ended up, it wasn't what I expected it to be. I expected it to be, I had a different Pokemon in it, and I changed it at the last minute because it suited me better for the Elite Four, and it just suited me better in general. And I didn't like, and the Pokemon I had in, it really didn't fit my style of playing. It wasn't fast, it was, its moves weren't effective on very many things, so I decided to change my Pokemon up. So yeah, it's a lot of strategy based, and I'm focusing on the strategy now. I did not want to revert back into, oh, I just gotta train my Pokemon really tough, because that's what I did in my first playthrough of Fire Red. I had all these fire types that I really liked because I love fire types, and they were all like levels 60 and 70 going into the Elite Four, and the Lorelei was a pain in my butt because I didn't think about, oh, I need something to combat her water ice types, and I'm like, oh no, fire will kill it, and it didn't, so I had problems with that. Yeah, she was the hardest Elite Four member. She was the hardest thing in that challenge anyway, of it all. Like, the other four were easy. Lance gave me some problems, but again, I had my Charizard and their Dragon moves, so I was clean. So yeah, that was pretty rough for me. And then going back to that, I didn't want to be, I'm gonna fight you to the death stuff, so yeah. So that's why I chose my Pokemon Go team. It's not because I like the color, although yellow I do not have a problem with. But it's not because it's not because of the legendary, even though Zapdos is a pretty cool design. It just has a terrible moveset for me. I don't like using it. Yeah, if I wanted an electric flying type, I'd probably use Emolga, something like that. And the trainer appearance really didn't bother me much, but I know people who have seen videos where people are like, oh, that's really cool, I really want to be part of that team because that character's really cool. But no, that had nothing to do with my choice whatsoever. The gyms, really consider those. If you want to instantly get defender bonuses, you might want to pick the team that's close to you, but I wouldn't let that be your main focus of why you pick that team. That's why I focus on the team purpose, and the purpose of the team is really what you want to focus on, because really that's a style of how they expect you to play how the team plays their game. And if you follow a different purpose, like if you're on Team Valor and you decide that, and you're like, oh, I want to evolve all my Pokemon and do evolution, then you probably should have been a Mystic. You really probably should have been a Mystic. But that's why I go with my instinct, and I chose instinct because that's what I thought I should choose, and I'm like, yellow's really cool, and no one's gonna pick yellow, and I wanted yellow bad. And funny thing is about this is, today actually I went out to challenge the gym that's nearby my house, so I had to go out to it. It's a little ways away. It's only about half a mile, so it's a mile there and back, so not a bad walk. I used a bike actually. It was the first time I've rode a bike since I was like 7. It was kind of fun, so I had to do that. And actually I found out that I was taken over by the yellow team, and funny thing was, there were a bunch of kids there who were playing the game. They're all like, oh, we're Team Yellow, and they all had Pokemon in the gym, and it was hilarious. And then there was this older guy who like had the highest level in the gym, and he was just sitting there training it up, and you could tell he was just sitting there fighting it, and it was hilarious. And then also, there's a sign because it's a historical landmark, and they're like, we have Pokestops. Come for the Pokestops and stay for whatever they were selling, the historical information. It was kind of funny. I took a picture of it. So, yeah. So, have fun picking your team. Have fun playing the game. they just came up with an update. Hopefully that'll fix all the bugs that are going on. The servers are stronger. I've played it today and it seems to be working pretty well. So, I'm going to ask you a few more questions today. First of all, tell me which team you picked and why did you focus on it. Second, did you follow any of these reasons I give, or did I miss something? Let me know. And then I'm gonna go with another one that I asked last video is, what are you expecting out of Pokemon Go coming up with the new updates? I know this one just came out, fixed the bugs, that's wonderful. So not that, not the new generation. As well as, I'm gonna throw this one in because Pokemon Go kind of is taken away from the hype of Pokemon Sun and Moon. They had some leaks and stuff come out, so apparently some new Pokemon. So fourth is, what is your opinion and what are you hoping to see in Pokemon Sun and Moon? So alright, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching this and have fun with any of the things I talk about, please like this video. If you enjoy the other content that I have, or you want to keep updated with the videos that I'm going to be posting, I'm not sure what's next. So I was going to talk about the Pokemon gyms I had, because everyone had that conversation like months ago and I just didn't have a YouTube channel up. So yeah, that's something I'm looking into posting, but I need my computer back for that. So once I get my computer, I will show that and I will do all that stuff. So let me know what you want to see, and if you want to keep watching my videos, please subscribe. I don't have any subscribers yet, and I'm hoping that some of these videos will get out there and someone somewhere will see it and really like it and like what I'm saying and enjoy my opinions. So please come and like my videos and subscribe and tell me what you want me to do next. And this is Chaos May 006 signing off. Oh, and one more thing. The reason my Pikachu in this game is named Shock is a tribute to my shock locks that I have been doing. And of course I got a Pikachu and I had a Pikachu, so I'm like, what can I name it? And then I thought, oh yeah, I can name it Shock to go after the shock locks I'm doing. So this is a tribute to that, and hopefully I get back on that as soon as possible. Computer's in the point of getting fixed, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, see you next time.